Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Holden LaCroix.
Welcome back. Well, we did it. Today is the peak of the heat, and we are expected to slightly cool things off, but tomorrow is still going to be a scorcher out there. Check out Roseburg flirting with 100 degrees, and if I was a betting man, I would say we would hit that here in the next couple of hours. 95 degrees here in Eugene, and even Corvallis this time of year sitting at 94 degrees is pretty impressive. But man, take a look at the stark difference. Fog is starting to roll right back in for the Oregon coast, and that is thanks to a strong and prominent marine layer which has been offshore all day, but it kind of got pushed back this afternoon and it is inching closer, and eventually that will actually increase our humidity inland, which is certainly some good news because we have strong easterly winds right now which have dropped the humidity to some all the way down into around 10 to 15%, which is incredibly dry air. Now we are expecting the heat to continue until Saturday. Eventually cloud cover is going to start streaming in as early as Sunday morning, and that'll actually lead to a cold front on Monday, but it is not going to be significantly cool for your Labor Day. We're still going to talk about temperatures in the 70s, but dealing with a little bit of patchy mist, maybe even a couple of showers or so early in the day on Monday, and we should start to see that sunshine return by the afternoon. And you can see that thick marine layer offshore right now. That is all cloud cover, and it is starting to roll right back in against the coast range tonight. At least for now, we still have these easterly winds keeping us clear across Willamette Valley, also warming things up. And if you remember, this is desert out here, so all of that air is already dry, and once it descends over the Cascades, it dries out and heats up even more, and that's why we're seeing the heat really across the Willamette Valley right now. Temperatures for some up into the foothills are actually at 100 degrees right now. We are expecting to cool things off overnight tonight. You can see by 11 o'clock or so, 50s toward the coast. You can see that prominent marine layer, so I would expect some pretty dense fog at times on Coast Highway 101. Inland though, clear skies, and we're still sitting in the 70s toward 11 o'clock tonight. Finally cooling things off toward tomorrow morning, and as you can see, marine layer gets pushed back briefly on Saturday, but I am still expecting mostly cloudy skies for the coast, sunny and hot inland. And 6:30, this is heading into the Ducks and Beavs games. You can see we're still sitting in the 90s for both Eugene and Corvallis. Now Sunday, big change. You can see the cloud cover increasing. We're going to wake up to that early in the day, and notice we could even have a little bit of patchy drizzle toward the Oregon coast, but cloud cover is going to be sticking around throughout much of the day on Sunday, and that'll eventually lead to our rain, really drizzle possibilities toward Monday morning. Here's your forecast for the weekend. Saturday is all about the sunshine. Sunday is increasing clouds and cooler temperatures find your town, and you can see the drop in temperatures expected towards Sunday and the change setting up for next week. But if you are trying to escape the heat, as a reminder, water temperatures are still very cold. You're going to want to limit yourself to about 15 minutes in these rivers and streams, and it is going to be certainly hot this weekend, so take advantage of this last-ditch effort of summer. But it's not the last heat wave. Watch as we cool things off toward Monday, and then we spike things right back up. You can see by next Wednesday and Thursday, a secondary portion of this heat is expected to move back in, and we're going to be up to around 95 degrees. But notice, starting to see a cooling trend, and I will say this heat wave does not look permanent towards next week, and it could very well be our last. Here's the high pressure across us right now, slides off to the east. We get this troughing feature over the northwest, which is going to cool temperatures off for Monday. Notice as we head into next week, heat returns, but watch this guy right here. Sets up shop off the Oregon coast, and this setup right here looks like it's going to be pretty permanent by the 9th, 10th, 11th of September, and we could be dealing with some cool weather in the long-term forecast. Now, for the Oregon coast, temperatures around 65 degrees, clouds and sun expected to continue, but cloudy skies expected towards Sunday. For the Roseburg area, 98 degrees on Saturday. We cool things off to about 78 toward Monday morning, but you can see that heat comes back by Wednesday and Thursday. Still tracking thunderstorm chances up into the Cascades on Monday. You can see about 67 degrees, so not too concerned about fire starts. And for Eugene and Corvallis, 93 tomorrow, and we start to cool things off for Labor Day, but you can see the spike in the heat once again for next week.
Summer, it's still summer.
Summer's just like, hey, I'm still here.
But not for long. We need to get rid of it.
It looks like that second heat wave, all of the models are signifying cooler temperatures and rain possibilities past September 8th. So that's my date that I'm holding to.
Okay, hold them to account. September 8th, you heard it here first. Holden, thank you.
Of course.
You won't believe